Hello, everybody. Guess what? This is Monday morning with Merle and
Patti.
Yay!
So it must be Monday. It must be morning somewhere in the world, including right here in Southern California.
Yes, it is. And what happens on Monday morning with Merle and Patti?
We
discuss all things
relationship.
Yeah.
And some. Oh, you know what we're doing right now? We're doing what we're going to talk about, like interrupting and not talking at the right time.
Yes.
So we're giving you a good example of not to communicate.
No, that's not true because we haven't gotten angry and we've given back and forth. This is how to communicate,
even when you don't know how to communicate.
That's true.
That is true. That we were giving a nice little example of just the timing is a little off. Which sometimes that's all it is.
And if you give the other person the benefit of the doubt, you just kind of flow with it.
Right. And so what are we talking about?
Exactly. What are we talking about? We are talking about why do you get angry when somebody interrupts you? And how could you respond differently?
Good question. So my issue, that is one of my issues actually, because I talk to people all day. You talk to all people day, whether it's peers, friends, relationship, clients, all of the above. And a lot of people just have that habit naturally, and it doesn't have to mean a lot. But my knee-jerk reaction means, because I've done it both sides of it, is that they're not listening to me because if they're interrupting halfway through my sentence, they're not listening to my sentence at all. And usually from the other perspective of it, it's because they're not listening because they're so important what they have to say. They can't wait to get what they have to say out. It's like, so you get halfway through your, isn't it a lovely day? And they're going, yesterday was socks, or whatever their thing is. So it's not the best form of communication because it's an exercise in not listening and worrying confidently or not confidently, which we talked about today, of what you're going to say.
Yes, so I'm thinking about an experience I had very recently, which I hadn't shared with you earlier.
Oh, good. A new story.
About someone I know that is a close person. And we interrupted each other. And it's frustrating because each of us want to make sure it comes down to this. If you're interrupting, it's because you either want to make sure that people understand all the details, right? Or you want to interrupt because, they don't have to give all the details because this is something that's different. However, I can tell you from having a response, being responded to and responding in
like the little picture on the thing.
That it is best to kind of chill and if somebody needs to talk that much, you wait till they talk themselves out. And then you say...
This could be days.
Yes, which could be days. That's true. At a certain point, you have to say, finish your sentence or finish what you're saying because there has to be an end. But you have to say it. Here's the trick. You have to say it without saying, just finish your sentence. That's probably not effective.
Probably.
I can assure you.
Right. No, or something getting long and convoluted. Some people just like to hear themselves talk. A lot of people just like to hear themselves talk. And you're like, nodding and nodding and nodding and falling asleep and nodding.
But that's often when that happens, that's usually not that's a style. It's not that you're having a conversation and a disagreement or anything. It's just their style.
Right. But it still doesn't change the fact of it. It is a style.
True.
Interrupting is a style. Or just how people get into habits of things. But it still doesn't make for them being able to hear what you're saying or you to hear what they're saying, because you're getting frustrated, which doesn't help, and vice versa. So when I've done it, one reason you do it because you don't want to forget what they say. You brought that up today. It's like, she's saying this guy is purple, and I'm like, purple's my favorite. Right. And you don't want to get before you forget, but just say, remind me of that when you're done. I have something I want to say. Right. Or if they're interrupting to you, and just say, can you hold that thought? Let me finish this, and you can talk.
Yes.
But you don't want to turn into a teacher. But some people really have a habit of doing that. Maybe it's because of our internet world now that very little of our communication is real time.
No, I don't believe that. This was not an issue. This was an issue before there was a cell phone. That I can assure you. I was there. But some of the things I brought up this morning I think is also true, which is that a lot of times people just don't feel confident that they're being heard, that you know enough about them to know these details, and never mind that it's somebody you know well. And so you have to have some amount of compassion for that insecurity, because we are all insecure. It's a part of living in this world, is to not be perfect or not feel that you're perfect. Oh, I have to be careful when I do this. It's like I'm saying, okay, I'm getting your message, Michael, but there's a whole news program about there's some kind of a gesture that's very much like this.
Really?
That's not good. So, but there's an issue of just getting distracted by your thoughts and going off topic. So we're going to bring me back to topic, and notice how Patty's being so careful not to interrupt. Your chance. Say something.
My chance. No. I just think it's just most people are unconscious. Most people aren't trying to be bad or trying to frustrate you or trying to do anything. So that's the thing. Don't take it personally. Like, you don't care about me, you're not listening. No, they're just not conscious. They're just not paying attention. Our heads are spinning all the time. Even those of us who try to have not spinning heads, we're spinning all the time. And we're thinking about 100,000 different things, including what we want to say next. And so you just start saying it. So everybody take a deep breath. Don't take it personally. And if you have to practice, since we're both living in this very spiritual world, if you have to do a talking stick or something like, you get big groups, they do that a lot with big groups.
Yes, they do.
Is that, whoever has the baton is the only person allowed to talk. So it makes you stop and listen and wait.
That you can't do on a cell phone or on any telephone.
Yeah, but I wasn't meaning cell phone. I was meaning more texting. So many of our conversations are not real time anymore.
Texting is a whole different thing.
Yeah, that's not real time.
Yeah. Well, are you interrupting when you're texting?
No, because again, it's like you forget how to talk back and forth.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, that's what I'm just saying. It's like you have to type out little letters or talk little letters, then wait. You do it with texting, so you get out of the habit of being with a real person. Maybe. Just a guess.
I don't believe it.
I'm wrong.
No. You can't be wrong if it's an opinion, because we don't have the facts to back it up one way or the other.
Right.
So you're not wrong. I just don't agree with your opinion.
which is fine. And since I'm an enlightened person, I don't take that personally. I don't think it means she thinks I'm stupid.
She's gonna beat me up later.
I don't think it means she doesn't like me. I think we have differing opinions because I do think we've lost some of our social graces with
a lot
not
of
real time.
Yes, a lot of people do believe that. I found that, I mean, which is also changing the subject, but I found that texting ads, it's every new way that you can communicate can add, because there are some people that never felt comfortable talking on the phone, so they say, yeah, okay, I'll do it, goodbye. So texting is an asset for that person. So, but back to interrupting. So that's the topic. The topic is, how many times do you interrupt yourself with a different topic?
Oh, like we're doing?
Yes.
Like squirrel.
Well, see, that's conversation.
That is conversation. You want it to be real time. It's different than again, we live in Hollywood, the acting world where you have your memorized lines and then you have to the acting is making them sound like real in the moment. Talking is just real in the moment.
Right.
But the listening part is the trick.
Yes.
And which makes for real communication.
Yes. Yes.
That's all I have to say.
So, how can we respond to the person that is interrupting or is going on and on and on without being angry?
Right.
And maybe even being effective.
Right. I think it's coming at not taking it personally, like we just said.
That's important.
And not making it, it's not a purposeful thing to frustrate us. And then if you need to, again, like I was saying, just like hold that thought for a moment. Let me finish first, because that might just bring them awareness, but without judgment. Without judgment, it's not hold that thought. Again, it's all what energy that you're putting out, not more than the words. And if you're the interrupter, just be aware of it and stop and do a little cross your fingers so you don't forget to say what it is you're so worried about saying when they finish. Do something weird. Go like this. Why are you going like this? Well, I'm waiting for you to stop talking so I don't forget what I have to say. It gets them to stop talking every time.
Not on the phone.
Yeah, but phone's becoming very video too.
Yeah.
I'm doing so much,
Yeah, video phoning, but I find a lot of people are not choosing that.
Yeah.
So that's kind of interesting.
Because the people are going like this.
Well, no, because, I put on makeup to be on this.
I hid behind a hat and glasses because our hot water heater's out.
I was going to do that too, but 2 hats wouldn't work.
Right. And you have such pretty purple hair.
Anyway, so I think the takeaways that we have from this rambling morning
about conversation
is it's not you. I mean, don't take it personal. Be patient and understanding of somebody else. I mean, the feelings that you have, they have too, and they have less control. So there's a certain amount of, you can't let them go on and on and on forever. But you can
have boundaries and compassion.
Boundaries and compassion. That sounds good. Amanda is
hi Michael
is upstairs watching.
Oh, hi from upstairs.
That's I think, however, we said everything.
We said everything except for come back tonight at 8 p.m. Pacific, 11 Eastern, for Merle's Pearls and Merle's Pearls of Wisdom solo.
Yes, they're
without me interrupting.
I had to do a solo.
And come back next Monday for Monday Morning with Merle and Patti. In the meantime, like us, follow us, buy our books.
Yes, Firebooks.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, our web pages, blah, 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 Amazon.
Wait. And also write down any comments that you have. Write down ideas for new subjects. We want to hear from you. I'd love to hear a topic that you had in mind. Something we forgot to say.
We forget a lot. And it's the holidays. Happy holidays.
Happy holidays.
Looking for the perfect gift, inexpensive. Both of these books, they're great for gifts for people you love and know.
Yes.
They're great for yourself. They're great stocking stuffers.
Yes.
One's all! One's all! We're not noticing.
We know one's all.
Anyway, thank you. Come back next week. Come back tonight for Merle's.
8 o'clock, please. I have a great topic. Here's my topic. My topic is, what's the difference between a football coach and a relationship coach? Now there's a question. Is Lady Bracknell and that is
Street urchin. I'm Lady Bracknell. She's the street urchin. Had to be there.
Okay, everybody.
Bye.
See you tonight.